What is up, guys? It is Fluid Football, and today we are going to talk about our most underrated Premier League 11 this season.
Now, this has been hard to pick from.
Yeah.
Because there's been a lot of underrated players in the Premier League this season. Our list won't be the same. They will be different.
Some very controversial picks, but let's get on with it.
Yesterday's video.
Yeah.
We had basically
the same players.
This won't be the same, but we're just going right into it.
Goalkeeper. David de Gea.
I agree.
Brentford the goalkeeper.
I agree. I mean, he's been unbelievable.
He's been amazing
this season. Very, very underrated.
He's very good with his
underrated
feet.
Player, very underrated keeper.
Yeah, very good with his feet, which
is
very important. And he's very good at shot stopping, which is also very important for a goalkeeper.
Modern day goalkeeper, pass out from the back. And yeah, it's just, he makes Brentford just look more solid at the back.
Yeah, he has a very good defence in front of him.
He does.
He's a very good goalkeeper. You're not a good goalkeeper if you don't get called up for the World Cup, so he's a very good goalkeeper.
That is true.
So moving on.
Yeah, because we agree on that one. Don't really have much to say on it. Next one, right back.
Right back. I have gone with the Fulham right back, Kenny Tete. He's been amazing this season. Super underrated. He's just a very steady player. He doesn't make mistakes. He's good defensively, good one-on-one defending, and he's good going forward.
For me, I've got Aaron Wan-Bissaka. I've backed Wan-Bissaka for a long time. You know it.
He has.
I've rated Wan-Bissaka, always have. And I knew there was something in his game if he got proper coaching, which Ten Hag has clearly done with him. For me, he's probably the best 1v1 defender in the world.
Yeah. Right back defender, anyway.
Can still much improve going forward. Still needs to improve that. But he's young. And I think Ten Hag will improve him going forward because Ten Hag's a coach and not a mate. So, yeah, Wan-Bissaka for me.
Which position next? Centre back?
We can go centre back.
Alright, my first centre back, I have gone, this might be controversial, but with Konate from Liverpool.
No, I like Konate.
I think a lot of people do rate him,
Not a bad
but I think people think Liverpool's best centre back duo is Matip and Van Dijk, and it's not. It's Konate and Van Dijk. Konate, he's a beast. He's fast. He's strong. He's good defensively.
As well.
Not many people get past him, so that's why I've gone with Konate.
Konate is a good shout. I like Konate a lot. I did want United to sign him, but for me, I've got Anderson, Crystal Palace centre back. Anderson. I think he's a leader. And Palace have some good players. Elise, Eze, Zaha. But I think Anderson goes under the radar. Yeah, he's a leader and dominant in the air, like Konate. He's strong. And he's just a solid overall centre back. I don't really think he's got many faults to his game.
Yeah. So my next centre back is Newcastle's Botman.
Sven Botman. Why have you gone for Botman?
Newcastle have the best defensive record.
They do.
He's a big part of that. He's a very good player.
Mm-hmm.
He was a very good signing from Lille. But when you think Newcastle have a lot of money, they're going to spend it soon.
They will spend it.
Most of their players will probably leave. But he is one who will 100% stay because he is good enough.
Yeah.
He's a young player as well. He's good enough to be in a title-winning side.
He is.
That might be a big statement to make, but I believe he is.
I mean, I don't think Newcastle will be competing though for titles anytime soon. I think 5-10 years. I think
they have to get into the Champions League in the next couple of years because then they can spend more money because of obviously financial fair play. If they don't get into the Champions League, they can't be spending £100 million a season. So that's why it's big for them.
Botman's a very good shout, and I can understand it. But my centre back is Tim Ream.
Very good season he's had.
Unbelievable season. Like Anderson, he's a leader. If you look to someone on the pitch, for support, you go to Tim Ream, and he just makes Fulham just look solid at the back.
He's very good at passing out from the back as well.
Very good distribution. And I just think Fulham have him to thank, to be honest, for when things go right, because great centre back.
So, should we move on?
Anderson and Ream for me.
Yeah. Konate and Botman for me. Oh, that's what I was saying then.
Yeah, you've got your players.
So who are we saying next? Left back?
Left back, you go.
I've gone for Nathan Ake. I was always going to pick him.
Okay.
He is a City player, so maybe a bit of bias, but he's been so good. He's been so underrated. No one talks about him. He's not even the left back, but he's played there most of the season. And when you think everyone was talking about Cancelo, best left back in the world,
He's gone.
he couldn't even get into the team. So he wanted to leave and he left because Ake's been so good. There's a reason why Ake keeps playing. He's just been so good for us.
And he's very good on the ball.
Yeah, very good on the ball.
Pep likes players that can pass, and Ake can do that easily. But for my left back, I've gone for Rico Henry.
He very, very good.
Yeah, another Brentford player. Again, a modern day fullback. Can attack,
good defensively, good
can
forward.
defend. Just a solid option, I think. And Brentford, they just sign these players for cheap money, but they just do well. But you don't think they'll do well, and this is what small Premier League clubs do so well, but the big clubs don't. So it's weird, But now, Rico Henry for me has been unbelievable left back for Brentford, and I think he's a big part of why they're doing so well. To be honest.
Yeah. Do you want to move on? CDM.
Yeah.
I have gone for Palhinha from Fulham. He has been
Palhinha. Yeah.
He's been
very,
amazing.
Very solid, very good.
Top 5
Can't
DMs
argue.
in the league. He's been absolutely amazing for Fulham.
He has revelation.
And no one talks about him. I don't understand why. At Sporting Lisbon, there was a lot of talk about him. He was relatively young at Sporting Lisbon.
Yep.
A lot of big clubs wanted him, but Fulham
got him.
what
Somehow.
a signing they got. Like he is so good.
For me, it's not really a CDM. Box to box centre mid, Philip Billing. It's
Interesting.
controversy. This one
Very controversial.
Very. I just think it's very rare nowadays you see very tall centre midfielders, and he is very tall. He can get forward, he can defend. He's a classic box to box centre mid,
and he is in a very bad team.
He is,
and he looks good. So in a better team, I think he would be good.
I think he will get a move. I don't know how old he is. I mean, I think he's like 29.
I think he is kind of old, 28, 29.
So he may not get a move, but I think he deserves one. I think he's been
especially if
player
Bournemouth
this
got
season.
relegated, he'll move for another Premier League club.
But
yeah,
Philip Billing, Paulinho.
Yeah.
Next centre mid.
I've
gone for.
Again, maybe controversial, but I've gone with Brentford's Norgard. I think he is just a very steady player. No one talks about him. He just goes about his business very quietly. He's very good on the ball. Defensively, he's very good. He's just a good player, and he doesn't get any recognition, and I don't understand why.
I prefer Jensen to Norgard, but they're very similar players.
All
very
three of the
similar.
midfielders are very similar.
I know, they are.
They all complement each other very well.
They all can play.
Yeah,
very good on the ball.
Another great signing for Brentford. I'm guessing he wasn't much money.
He probably less than 15 million.
Every Brentford player just is underrated, to be honest.
But my next centre mid is Alexis McAllister,
World Cup
winner. I think he's been unbelievable this season, and to get in the Argentina squad, I didn't think he would get in.
I didn't either. I didn't even get into it. I didn't think he would get into the squad, let alone into the first team.
That's true. That just shows how good he is to
He
be
didn't
part of
play
a
in
World
that
Cup
first
winning
game.
team.
When they lost in the first game, I'm pretty sure he didn't
be.
play, and then he played every game after that, and I think they won every game.
He's been the catalyst for Brian in that centre attacking midfield spot. Can find a pass with ease.
Yeah.
Can score, assist. I even think he's very good at tracking back.
Yeah, defensively, he's got a very good defensive awareness.
Got a good attitude, doesn't moan about defending, just gets on with it. And he's helped Brian a lot this season with his assists and goals. So
Next centre mid, this is the one that will get a lot of people talking. But I've gone with Fred.
I agree. I like Fred. I agree.
I think, the main reason I said him is because I did not rate him at all. I thought he was terrible. But this season, under an actual coach who can actually teach him how to play football, he's actually looked like a decent player. I don't think he's a great player, but he's just a good player.
He's a very limited footballer.
His main attribute is just running around.
His first touch, it's like a Lukaku touch.
And his passing is I think me and Cam could have better passing ability than Fred.
For sure.
He can't pass to someone next to him.
But he scored a lot of goals.
For him, it's a lot
scored
of goals.
a few goals this season. Barcelona, that was a big goal to get us back into that game, which we ended up winning.
Who have you gone with?
But no, I mean Fred, it's a good option.
Underrated.
You know, he is underrated, and but for me, Andres Pereira, another Fulham player. There's a bit of a theme going on there, isn't there?
Fulham, Brentford, and Brighton.
Yeah, there's a theme.
All very underrated clubs in general.
But Pereira, I think Fulham have been missing that centre attacking midfielder for quite a while now, and he fills the role perfectly. You know, can cross the ball, can score, and I think having Mitrovic as a striker, you know, Pereira's got a great delivery.
Yeah.
Like especially from corners. I think some of his deliveries.
His set piece delivery is amazing.
Ridiculously good.
And when you have Mitrovic in the box, it's a good thing.
Yeah, he's been unbelievable, Pereira. And,
right. Left winger.
Yeah, left winger. Who have you gone for?
I've gone. There's only one option.
I think we've gone for the same.
Matoma from Brighton.
Agree.
He
I've
is
gone Matoma as well.
Amazing. I did not. Well, obviously, I don't think anyone saw it coming because no one knew who he was.
No.
But he's just been absolutely amazing.
Unbelievable player.
Can beat a man. Can go left or right. He's just so good.
He's not afraid of anyone.
His dribbling ability is actually just world class.
He's not afraid
at
of
the top
anyone.
level.
He's not afraid.
And he's a very humble guy. You can see he's a very humble guy. He's a very nice guy as well.
You know, sometimes you get wingers that just like to go backwards, but he doesn't. You know, he's not afraid to take on a man, and when he takes on a man, he usually gets past him. You know, so Matoma for me, and wasn't he like at university as well?
His story is very weird. I'm not too sure, but I think he was at like uni or something. How was
crazy?
Brighton could. I'm at uni. Brighton, sign me.
No. He's better than Matoma, I'll tell you that. But
right, let's just move on. Right, we'll just move on after that. Right winger. I have gone with another Brighton player, Solly March.
Solly March.
Very good. I never used to rate him. I thought he was just the most average player in the Premier League.
He's okay, Solly March.
But he scored quite a lot of goals and he creates a lot of chances this season.
I mean, I just think Solly March is a bit of a boring footballer, to be honest. You don't think? He's a bit boring, isn't he?
I used to think that, but he's actually kind of good. Like,
no, he's been decent.
I remember against Liverpool, he scored 2 goals. Did you not see his goals?
He did.
He's a good player. He's not a great
player.
Solid
he's
player. Not a bad player.
He's a solid squad player.
Yeah, I used to think he plays most games for Brighton, so he's obviously decent. And Brighton are doing very well. So that's my pick. Who have you gone with?
I've gone for Almiron. I mean,
I don't think he's very good.
I think Almiron's had a very good season. You know, ever since that Grealish tweet, you know, he went on a madness.
Yeah, for about 6 games and didn't score since.
But I think Almiron's had a very good season.
Yeah.
And yeah, I think he's helped Newcastle to be where they are. And without him, I don't know where they will be. But I don't think they'll be as high up as they are.
Depends if they've got a decent player in there. I think they would be higher.
I think Almiron's a very good player. Yeah. But he's getting on a bit. He's like 28.
I thought he was kind of young.
Is he?
I don't know.
We don't know. But if he's old, he'll leave soon. If he's young, he'll stay. But
it depends who Newcastle sign.
Yeah, Newcastle, they're going to have money.
They spent a bit on him, didn't they?
Yeah.
Pretty sure they did. Right,
yeah,
so striker.
I think we both agree on this one as well.
I don't think he's so much too underrated.
It was out of 2 for me.
But Ivan Toney.
I've gone for Toney.
I think he is one of the best strikers in the league.
Mitrovic was close.
Say that.
Mitrovic was close. But I've gone Ivan Toney as well.
He's just... His penalties... Like, I know people don't seem to like penalty takers anymore because people seem... Well, if you score a penalty, you're not good. But he's so good at penalties. Like, if you want a penalty taker, I don't think there's anyone else in the world I'd want but Ivan Toney. Has he even missed a penalty in his career? I actually don't know.
I think I saw a stat. He's had 22 and he's scored 22.
Not tells you everything. His stutter when he runs.
He walks up as well.
Yeah.
He walks. He doesn't even
He always gets it in a corner. It's not like he just puts it in like where the keeper could save it if he dived that way. He just puts it in the corner. His penalty ability is just incredible.
If Harry Kane wasn't English, I think he would be the starting striker.
Yeah, I remember when there was a big debate who should be like England's backup striker, and there was like Tammy Abraham, Ollie Watkins. Yeah. Ivan Toney is 10 times the player of any of them. Yeah. Like he should play for England, be a backup for Harry Kane.
And isn't he like the 4th or 3rd highest goal scorer in the Premier this season?
Yeah, I think he's got 14 goals. He's very good.
He's having a great season.
He'll be playing right now. I don't know if he scored, but he's been very good.
Having, you know, and you know, my team was very heavy. Brentford, Brighton, Fulham.
Yeah.
With a Newcastle player in there.
They have done very well this season. And not a lot of people talk about them. A lot of the talk is always about the big 6. Brentford, Brighton, or Fulham, maybe one of them could gate crash that big six. Sorry, Tottenham.
Do you want to do a little add-on? Manager? Underrated manager?
This is easy. What's the Fulham manager? Marco Silva. That's
Marco
it.
Silva.
Best.
I mean...
Or De Zerbi. Brighton manager.
De Zerbi's been very good. I think many people...
Brighton and Fulham again.
When Potter went, I think people were like, Brighton are going to fall off a little bit here.
They've done better.
They have done better.
They've done a lot better without him.
Crazy to think what De Zerbi's done.
But let us know in the comments your Premier League team, underrated team this season so far. In a few weeks after the season ends, we might come back if there's been any other underrated players or we've forgotten anyone. But thank you for watching and make sure to like this video.